US President Donald Trump might think America is the hottest country in the world right now, but he is certainly not the hottest in his own nation. Well, this is what the latest popular ratings suggest. What do Americans really think of Donald Trump? The president is having a tough time as his net approval rating sank to -15% in mid-August. That's the lowest it's been since the inauguration. Going into last year's election, the American economy was the envy of the world. Growth was strong, inflation was easing, and the stock market was thriving. Yet Americans did not feel that way. Economic anxiety ran deep, and that anxiety helped propel Donald Trump back into the White House. But less than 2 years into his second term, approval of Trump's handling of the economy has slid sharply. Why? His erratic trade policy, ongoing investor unease, and stubbornly high prices at the till. And now, his attacks on the Federal Reserve could further shake public confidence. Trump may not be able to run again in 2028, but his presidency is still shaped by public opinion. Historically, most presidents start their terms with a cushion of goodwill, positive approval ratings. Not Trump. Both in his first and second terms, he began with mixed reviews, and quickly his net approval fell below 0. Today, it sits at around -13. The decline is clearest on the economy. Trump promised voters a second-term boom.
Under my plan, incomes will skyrocket, inflation will vanish completely, jobs will come roaring back, and the middle class will prosper like never, ever before, and we're going to do it very rapidly.
So far, Americans say the opposite has happened. Early optimism has given way to disappointment, with net approval on the economy and inflation now strongly negative. It took less than 2 months in office for the president's approval rating to turn negative. President Joe Biden held on to a positive rating for just over 6 months. Barack Obama managed to keep a positive rating for nearly his entire first year as president. And it's not just the economy. Immigration, another cornerstone of Trump's re-election campaign, has also turned into a liability. Americans increasingly disapprove of his handling of the border. The Economist's state-by-state projections show a stark pattern. Approval remains highest in Republican strongholds, lowest in Democratic states. But dissatisfaction runs even through swing states and places Trump won just months ago. For Republicans heading into midterm races, those numbers are deeply worrying. White and male voters are the most supportive. Younger voters, ethnic minorities, and college-educated Americans are the most opposed. Perhaps surprisingly, even pension-age voters, typically a reliable Republican base, are only lukewarm this time. And when it comes to issues, the partisan divides are sharp. For Trump's Republican base, immigration, taxes, and spending dominate. For Democrats, the top concerns are healthcare and climate change. The takeaway? Trump's promise of a roaring second-term recovery hasn't convinced most Americans. Instead, his approval ratings are underwater, weighed down by trade wars, inflation, and deep partisan divides. Whether those numbers rebound or sink further could shape not just Trump's legacy, but the balance of power in next year's midterms.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.